Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, The Xanadu Chronicles. My name is Frank and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial that actually came in as a request from one of our viewers. And that is to show you how to fold fitted sheets, flat sheets, pillowcases, and towels. Now this has actually come at a perfect time because I just had a dear friend of mine from Seattle visiting over the last couple of weeks and she's left, and so we have stripped the bed, and I'll show you the before picture of the guest bedroom there so you can see how beautifully the bed was made for her. But I've just stripped the sheets off of that. I did the laundry yesterday, and so now I'm going to fold everything for you. So hopefully you will learn something new, and if you don't know how to do this, hopefully it's easy for you to do because this is a home basic, and I think everyone should know how to do these things. So enjoy. I'll try to do it slowly and speak clearly so that you can follow the steps easily. Okay? So let's get started. So let's start with the easy stuff first. I'm going to do the towels, or a couple towels for you. And as you can see, these are bath-sized towels, so they're pretty large. And this is what I typically use for ourselves, as well as I have bath-sized towels for my guests because it's just perfect. We live in Florida, and so these can also be used out by the pool, so you don't want anything too small, right? So get yourself a good sized bath towel. So what I do basically is I just hold both ends, and for you college students out there who don't know how to do this kind of stuff, pay attention because this will come in handy. I hold it with my chin in the center, fold it in half, and again, this is the simplest way that I find to do it. Fold it in half again. And I'm here in my bedroom, so I'm using my bed as my folding surface. And then you simply fold it in half again. Simple as that. Again, one more time. Stretch your arms out, hold it in the center, fold in half, fold in half again, lengthwise, put it on a flat surface, fold it in half. There you go, bam, bam, stacked, easy to do, right? Beautiful. Now let's go to pillow sheets. We'll go from the easiest stuff to the hardest stuff. Now yes, I've ironed these because I did the laundry yesterday and just threw it into the basket and it got a little wrinkled, and I didn't want to have a horribly wrinkled pillow sheet or pillowcase, excuse me, to fold for you. So I did iron it. I don't iron it normally. I try to take them out so they don't get so wrinkled, but here it is. All right, same thing as like the towel. Hold it lengthwise, fold it in half, fold it in half again. Now I don't like this opening edge to be on the outside, so when I fold it in half, I fold it in half so that it's on the inside like this, right? Then you fold it in half. It's just like the towel, right? There you go, beautifully done. Let me do another one. All right, lengthwise, fold in half. And this is where the bed comes in handy. Fold it in half again, hiding that finished edge there, because you'll find that depending on the pillowcases, sometimes they, not warp, but are, they're not perfectly flat, so you don't get this beautiful finished product when you do it with that on the outside all the time. So fold it in half again, and then fold it in half the other way. All right, more difficult stuff. Now I didn't iron the blanket because it's too freaking big, so you're going to see some wrinkles in this, and I apologize, but how many people do you know iron their sheets? Alrighty, so this is where it gets a little bit more confusing. This is a queen size because our spare guest bedroom has a queen size pull-out bed, and we, as you can see, typically sleep on twin size beds. So this is a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, but it's the same premise, right? When you're folding, no matter what size sheets are, king size or whatever. So what I do is, this is the wrong side, this is the right side, the nice side of the fabric, right? So this is the top of the sheet where you see this finished edge. There's your finished edge, right? And you can tell, and that's of course the part that's up this way, right? So hold that in one end, hold the bottom of the sheet in the other end, and it's just like the towel. I try to find the middle, and you do top to bottom. Top to bottom, and then you put your thumb there. Now, rotate 90 degrees. Bloop. So now you've got the top and bottom edges. And here's what I do. You'll see me do this a lot because this is how I learned how to wrangle the fabric. Because if you're trying to do it, and you can't do it on the floor, or you could, but it just, you know, it's just ridiculous. So if you learn how to wrangle the fabric like this, it will help you a lot, all right? And what I do is I just work down the fabric so that I can get the edges to align. Take your time. Wrangle the fabric. And work it so that you get all the way to, you know, edge to edge. Now, as I'm working on this, you'll see me drop the fabric, but I'm keeping a hold of the spots that are the most important. So here it is. Here's that other end to end again. Okay? Fold it in half, rotate it 90. And again, all I'm doing is where all that fabric is opened, the edges, I wrangled it so that I could get back to the bottom edge here. Oops. That's what happens when you don't take it out of the dryer right away. These edges curl under and it's a pain in the butt. So, now I'm holding it. One more fold. Okay. So now, rotate 90 again one more time. Because now, this is where the bed comes in handy. Just lay it on the bed. Now, in my dressing room, and if you watch our earlier videos, you'll see that when we did our renovation, my master closet is also my linen closet. We took a small bedroom and we redid it so that it would hold everything. So I'll put a link at the end of the video for that reveal so you can kind of take a look at how I store my sheets. But basically, now you have it on the bed. As you saw, I folded it in half, lengthwise. Now my shelves are 12 inches long, and the reason why I did that, or we did that here, is because you typically, any shelves, for dishes, for books, for linen closets, 12-inch shelves are probably most likely the widest you need to go so that you don't waste space. Because you don't want to put things on a shelf that's so deep that you can, you either waste space in the back or you put things in the back that you can't easily access. So 12 inches is a good width to work with in all those instances, like I said, books, dishes, and in linen closets, so that when you fold your stuff, it takes up the whole shelf and you can stack it high, and it's just much more efficient. So just take my word on it, but I'll show you that video, or I'll link that video so that you can watch that and see that, okay? So folded it lengthwise. Now what I do is I fold it I fold in both ends so that they meet in the middle equally. So you got a nice folded sheet. But basically, another thing you could do too is you can do it depending on how deep and how wide your shelves are. You can do it in thirds too. So it's a bigger final product. But like I said, for me, I actually fold it in on one end, fold it on the other end, and then fold it in on itself. So half, half, and half. Or, no, that's not half, half, and half. 3 halves don't make a whole. Oh, math skills. So that's a quarter, and then you fold those 2 quarters onto themselves to make that half. That's a whole. So there's that. Alrighty. Last but not least, we've got the dreaded fitted sheet. Alright. So, this is the one that I actually like the most, because I learned how to do this when I was 10 years old, and after I learned how to do it, it was a eureka moment, and I thought it was fantastic, and so now I'm surprised when other people have such a difficult time doing it. But let me show you how to make it easy for yourself as well, alright? So as we all know, in these fitted sheets, oh, there goes my co-star, she's falling into the pillows. In the fitted sheets, you have these 4 corners, right? These 4 pockets that go over the edges of your mattress. So what I do is, again, I work on the lengthwise. So the length of the sheet, I put my finger And this is the reverse side of the fabric, not the good side. There's the good side. Okay, don't mess up my stuff. All right. And this is the inside that goes, of course, down when you're putting the sheets on, right? So working on the length of the sheet, put one finger in the natural pointy part of that pocket. Your pointer finger on the other arm in the same thing, and just go finger to finger and flip over. So now you've got one pocket on top of another pocket, and there's your pointy finger, right? So now what I do is I switch hands, I find the other corner, and you do the same thing. Just find the corner of the other side or other end, and this is where it gets a little, you might get a little confused, but basically all you're trying to do is get those pointy parts of the pocket, your fingers in those. So now you got your fingers in both pointy parts. Do it again. Pointy to pointy. So now you've got this oddly shaped sheet that has that pointy part, you got all the stretchy material, and then you got this part down here. So just straighten it out, putting your finger in the point. Always have a finger in the pointy part because it helps hold everything. So now you've got this, right? Finger in the corners, and then you got this edge here. So what I do is I put my fingers inside the fabric, and I shake, 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 to get all the fabric to kind of fall down to where it needs to be. And then, by putting it on the bed, my goal now is to create as much of a rectangle as I possibly can, okay? So, to do that, here, let me move it out of the way so you can see this. So on the bed here, and I'll try to show you a picture of this as well so that you can kind of see what it looks like from above. But what I'm trying to do now is just to make as nice of a rectangle as possible. You're going to have this weird curved edge at the top. Try to ignore that. Most people try to straighten that out and it drives them bonkers. Don't worry about that. What you're worried about is trying to get this edge straight, and that's the point. Trying to get this edge straight and get this edge straight, because what you're going to do now is you're going to fold it in thirds. So the easier edge, the edge that doesn't have any of that extra fabric from the pockets and stuff, just fold it to meet that other edge. Fold it again. Now you've got a beautiful rectangle, just like your blanket. Voila! And again, you can do it like this so that you have a smaller bundle, like that, right? That's when I folded both ends in. Or, I typically, because my shelves are 12 inches deep, will do a third. So, 1/3 in, and I do the thicker part where all that weird roundness and the pockets are at. I fold that inward, and then that way, when you're done, you've got a nice, beautifully fixed, and you don't see all that weird thickness or edges. And then you can stack them nicely. So I'm going to do this one more time for you so you can see, but I just like, look at how nice of a package that is, right? And then when you have your sheet over top of it, or this, it works out beautifully. It stacks nicely, right? So let me show you one more time how to do that, because this sucker is confusing. Let's mess it up. Mess it up, mess it up, mess it up. Boop. Okay. Good side of fabric. Bad side. Not bad side, but you know, the underside. Okay? So, always working with the underside outward, because you want the finished side to be what shows in the end. Alright? So, corner, finger in the corner. Corner, finger in the corner, finger to finger. Give them sweet kisses and you flip it over. Okay? So there's one corner done. Now, same on the other side. You can take it out if you want. I don't take it out, but I'm just going to show you. Finger in the corner. Other finger in the other corner. Flip it in. Oops. So you got finger in the corner, finger in the corner. So now my fingers, as you can see, are in both corners. Do it again. Kissing fingers, kissing fingers. Because your goal is to get all the corners to be stacked onto one another, and your finger's in there. There's my finger. There's the weird side, all right? Switch fingers, depending on what your dominant hand is. I'm right-handed, so that's why I'm switching so that my left finger is inside the corner, because I use my right hand to come to the bottom where these are folded onto themselves. I put my fingers in them like this. Shake, 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 shake. Try not to drop this side. Shake, 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 so that all the fabric settles down. So you can lay it on the bed. Okay? Now again, I just laid it on there, trying to be as nice as possible. And trying to create a straight edge on this side. There's already a natural straight edge on this side, not worrying about this curve at the top, right? So just try to create as nice and as even as a straight edge as possible. Boom. Okay. There you go. Again, I'm not too worried about this curve. Now this edge, fold it in to meet up with the edge of the excess fabric on the other side. Right? Straighten it up. All right. Fold it edge to edge again. So you got this. And again, you can see the thickness and you can see that weird rounded part, right? But again, if you do this, if you try to create the squares or the straight edges on the ends, then this is not going to matter, this weird rounded part at the top, because you're going to fold that in and you're going to fold it in again. So now, you got yourself a beautiful fitted sheet, folded the way it's supposed to be folded. And there you go. So, hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Again, it's all about getting your fingers in those corners and getting them all together so that you can create a rectangle that you can ultimately fold up nice and neat. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. I hope you like this. Thumbs up if you did. And like I said, I will link some videos for you to watch for our renovation so that you can see our dressing room, and I'll also show you some pictures of the guest room. So I will see you next week. I don't know why I'm so winded, but I will see you next week and talk to you later. Bye, guys.
If you haven't seen our previous videos, click on the links and watch away. Please share, like, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. We'll do our best to keep you entertained and coming back for more. Bye for now.